The waning power of a buck means we'll need to carry money around in a truck. Have you noticed less product in the container? Then the media thinks you're just a complainer. So like jumping into a cold pool in the summer, inflation makes some things smaller. At 7.9%, companies are downsizing products, using the same packaging but keeping the price the same. It's known online as shrinkflation, and consumers are taking notice. Apparently, Bounty, Crest, Doritos, and even Wheat Thins are just some of the products that downsized in 2021. Their business model is tricking people, like when my drug dealer adds baby laxative. But they're already called Wheat Thins. If they get any thinner, we'll have to call them wheat models.
A sexist would
say. Thank you for sexist.
Yes, I need this job.
Yes. Meanwhile, the media still toes the line that Biden has nothing to do with inflation.
Can we have an honest conversation about gas prices? Because too much of the U.S. media chatter is distorted to the point of being dishonest.
Higher gas prices is a small sacrifice to make.
Many politicians act as though it's President Biden who caused inflation and that he can fix this.
No, I mean, he did not cause the war which caused prices to surge.
And you heard the President of the United States going to say Putin's price hike.
Putin's price hike.
A Putin price hike.
Putin's price hike.
And Putin's price hike is a great way to message it.
Oh, boy. And they are on message. They carry more of Biden's water than his pants. So what caused that inflation? We knew COVID relief money didn't help, but at least it went to good use. Am I right, huh? Not really. Just 23% of the $800 billion given out by the Paycheck Protection Program actually went to workers. More than $87 billion in unemployment benefits were improperly paid. And the IRS gave $3.5 billion to dead people, probably to aid Democrat voters. R.I.P. And as for inflation, no industry is safe.
No, Grandma, I never spend my money on stupid stuff, all right? Not in this economy. Oh, I gotta go. My male escort is here, all right? I ordered a big one this time.
Are you Brittany?
Wow, yeah.
Sign here, please. Enjoy.
Wait, you are from humongousHunks.com?
Yeah, well, I mean, there's inflation, but it's the same price. It's just a subtle difference in the packaging.
Oh.
I don't think anybody in Fox is tackling inflation the way we do, Charles. I haven't seen how inflation affects the male escort business quite such a. Anyway. Okay, they're all denying it's Biden's fault, but
yeah.
How can you? The effects are a direct cause of the decisions.
I brought a prop. Unfortunately,
Sure.
I should have given it to you. This is the CPI chart, right?
Okay.
And this arrow is when President
can do
Biden
graphics
took
on
office.
television.
Right there. Okay?
Yeah.
From that arrow, it went straight up. That's called parabolic. That's like, when you shoot a rocket into space. So arrow Biden, inflation that way.
Mm-hmm.
There's your evidence that, yeah, it was not a problem. CPI 1.4% January 2021, almost 8% today, probably 10% next month.
Ugh.
Listen, that last tranche of cash you gave out, I know the political calculus. You pay for votes. I mean, it's pretty simple, right? It's dirty politics 101, or maybe politics 101. You buy votes. So how about a quick 1.9 trillion in a kitty?
Yeah.
You know what I knew was a problem? About a few months after that, when they were talking about Build Back Better, they took these polls. And I'm talking polls from CNN, NBC. People were saying no more, no mas. I'm afraid more free money will harm my family. That's when you knew it was backfiring.
Yeah. Kat, excellent acting. And I almost felt like I was there.
I almost did too.
You've been writing a blog on inflation for years. So what's your expert opinion on this? Are you upset by the shrinkflation? I don't know if I care. I mean, I should care, but
when you don't care?
Yeah, I don't
if
care.
It's for a family. You got a family.
No, fewer sheets of toilet paper.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't care.
Provided you actually used toilet paper.
Yeah, when I buy snacks, I I'm always eating them late at night too much, and then I just throw them all in the trash because I'm like, I'm going to eat it all. And so for normal people, though, it probably matters.
Yeah, and if you have kids.
And if you have kids, also don't have that.
Yeah.
But again, that I know of. Again, this is why whenever, we say when they're pumping money into the economy, hey, this is going to happen, and then it happens. But the people on the left say, you're just horrible people. You want people to starve and be poor. And all that's true for some people like you. You don't care if people starve and die and are poor.
Yes.
It's not really the case with all of us.
No.
We knew that this was not hard to predict. Everybody predicted this.
Yes. Tyrus, you must be, everything is tiny compared to you.
I don't think any man's ever comfortable with shrinkage, Greg. I think across the board, I think we all agree with that.
Yes.
Just one more thing. That was your grandmother you were on the phone with, correct? Don't let that slide by. That was genius.
She's used to it.
Hey,
she's such a sweetheart.
Don't work blue. We're forgetting about this population of people. They talk about, misappropriations of funds. There was a lot of mom and pops and a lot of minorities and women in particular that were destroyed because they were approved for this help money and it never came.
Right.
And they made investments. They took out loans when they were waiting for the money to come in for the restaurant. I forget what it's called with R.
Payroll protection.
Payroll protection, all that stuff. They made loans to cover their losses while they were waiting for this, while they got a letter from the government saying you were approved for this amount of money, and it never came. And now we're seeing businesses go up out of business because they are in the red when they were already in the red and the government never came through.
Yeah.
And they're just so lackadaisical. Well, this is a thing that happens. And it's not a thing that happens. And there's no rope for them. And then you look at the whole thing with the gas thing. I forgot. I took a picture, I think it was in January, and I was like, thanks a lot, because I'm obsessed with gas prices, because our previous administration, he made such a big deal out of it.
Yeah.
I took a picture and posted it. It was 4.05 in Mandeville, Louisiana, before it was like 2.25. And that was back in January. And I don't think Putin was causing our inflation and our prices to go up then.
Guy at the library, has the inflation shrinkage affected the fines?
No, people are coming in all the time because they don't want to pay for books.
Right.
Right.
Yes.
So it's actually great for us.
Right. Yes. You're seeing a resurgence, not just among chronic homeless masturbators, but among actual readers.
People really getting passionate about the Dewey Decimal System again. We love to see it. I want to thank you, Greg, for not directing a question about male escorts to me for once. Thank you. Here's what bothers me about this story and the blame game. Is it true that what's happening in Ukraine, what Putin is doing, is contributing to this? Yes. Are there things out of Biden's control that are also fueling this? Absolutely. Are there policy things that the White House has done and the Democrats have done in their unified government that are also contributing? Obviously, we'd be morons not to believe that. It's nuanced. There's a combination of factors. All of these media news people talking about, it's just so unfair to pin this all on Biden. It just happened to start going up precipitously as soon as he takes office. It's not fair. Let's fact check this to death. Fine. I mean, some of that is fine to point that out. You know that if this exact phenomenon and combination of factors were happening under the previous president, there would be no nuance. This would be all on Trump. Everything else, all the excuses, any seeking out of nuance would be completely attacked and dismissed. And it doesn't bother me that much at the end of the day because I don't think it's really fooling anyone. I don't think it's really working. Like Biden wanted this job. He got it. He owns this. And if it's not 100% his fault, fine. But it is increasingly close to 100% his problem.
There you go. All right, we got to move on. Up next, citizens arm themselves with pepper spray to keep gun-toting thugs at bay.